Good morning, students. Today we will discuss Worksheet 12 from Acid, Base and Salt. And today we will discuss in this strength of acid and base. Student, strength of acid and base depend upon the presence of number of H plus and OH minus ions. The more number of H plus ion, stronger is acid. More number of OH minus ion, stronger is base. So we can say it is a measure of ability of acid and base to produce H plus and OH minus ions respectively. The acids which are 100% ionized in the solution means when acid dissociate completely and produce more number of H plus ions are said to be strong acid, and the acids which dissociate partially or which give less H plus ions are said to be weak acid. HCl and acetic acid CH3COOH offers same concentration, both produces different amount of H plus ion. Means what? If we take the same quantity of HCl and acetic acid, then they both produce different concentration, different amount of H plus ions in their solutions. Means HCl produces more H plus ions and acetic acid, because it dissociate partially, it produces less number of H plus ions. HCl dissociate completely to produce H plus ion, while CH3COH dissociate partially to produce less H plus ions. Similarly, a base which are 100% ionized in a solution and give rise to OH minus ion are said to be strong acid, whereas base which give less OH minus ion are said to be weak base. So they are weak bases, and there are few strong bases like NaOH and KOH, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. Now we have a small table in which we will come to know about the types of salts, whether they are acidic, basic or neutral in nature, right? First type of salt means salt of strong acids and strong bases. They are neutral in nature. Example of this neutral salts are sodium chloride and potassium sulfate. Even your potassium chloride, it is also a neutral salt. And these salts are made up of hydrochloric acid and NaOH, whereas potassium sulfate is made up of sulfuric acid and KOH. Salt of weak acid and strong base, they are basic in nature because we are using strong base. An example of this is sodium carbonate as well as sodium acetate. And sodium carbonate is made up of carbonic acid and NaOH, whereas sodium acetate is made up of acetic acid and NaOH. Third, we have salts of strong acid and weak base. As we are using strong acid, then the nature of salt is acidic. An example, we have calcium chloride, and it is made up of HCl as well as calcium hydroxide. Salt of weak acid and weak base, we have neutral salts. An example of neutral salt is ammonium carbonate. It is made up of carbonic acid and ammonia. Student, keep in mind, our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Okay. Now we have very interesting properties of pH. that is in the topic of importance of pH. Okay, now we will study importance of pH. First we have acidic rain. Acidic rain, in your junior classes you are very much familiar with this term. If the pH of rain is less than 5.6, it is said to be acidic rain. And such rain, when goes to river, it harms aquatic life. Acid rain, very harmful for all the living creatures on Earth's surface. In our digestive system, HCl produces in our stomach help in the digestion of food, but sometimes due to indigestion, excessive acid form. So antacid like milk of magnesia, MgOH whole twice, or sodium bicarbonate help in neutralizing the effect of excessive acid. Right? Means what? If we have a problem of indigestion, due to which excess of acid is formed in our stomach, which causes pain and irritation. To get rid of this pain and irritation, we usually take antacid, which are milk of magnesia and sodium bicarbonate, which neutralizes the effect of this excess acid. Third, we have pH. Third, we have our tooth decay. When the pH becomes lower than 5.5 in our mouth, tooth decay starts. It is due to the acid produced by the degradation of sugar present in the food by the bacteria. And toothpaste, which is alkaline, protect tooth from decay. And even bee sting, bee sting or leaves and acid causes pain and irritation. It is cured by mild base like baking soda and stinging hair of nettle leaf. Inject formic acid causes burn. pH of soil. Soil pH affect the availability of nutrients to plant. So acidic soil is made alkaline by adding quicklime or calcium carbonate. Student, now we will discuss our question answers. We have first identify each salt as acidic, basic and neutral. KCl we have neutral salt, sodium nitrate neutral, and ammonium sulfate is acidic in nature. Magnesium chloride is made up of hydrochloric acid and magnesium hydroxide, that is MgOH whole twice. Third question we have, why it is advised to brush your teeth after every meal. It's very important actually. Tooth decay starts, and the answer of this question in this table of importance of pH we have, tooth decay starts when the pH of mouth is less than 5.5. Tooth enamel corrode due to the acid produced by the degradation of sugar present in the food by bacteria. And toothpaste is alkaline in nature, as it, and because of that it protects tooth from decay. Student, next question we have, how does aquatic life get affected due to acid rain? See, acid rain, the pH is very less. We have 5.6, right? And when it goes to the river, it harms the aquatic life because they already adapted with some amount of pH and their own. So this less than pH affect their life. How does an antacid, next question, how does an antacid work? Name two common antacid. Antacid student, during the indigestion, stomach produces more and more acid and causes pain and irritation. To get rid of their pain, people use antacid. And two major antacid used by people are milk of magnesia, MgOH whole twice, and sodium carbonate. Last question, we have a plant grows best when the pH of soil is 7.2, but the pH of soil is formed to be 5.6. Name the chemical that should be added to the soil to adjust the pH to make suitable for the plant growth. Means what? Acidic soil is made alkaline by adding quicklime or calcium carbonate. So student, this is all about your worksheet 12. Hope you understand it very well and try to perform these question answers as I discussed with you, right?